Is October the best time to join the military because there are a greater selection of jobs? I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video, so stay tuned. What's up guys, you're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another military video for all your military video needs. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you have questions. And we also are bringing back the live stream every 7 p.m. California time where I answer your questions on a live stream, interact with you guys. You guys can also join the Discord. I'll link that down below. A lot of people answering each other's questions and kind of meeting each other usually before they actually even join the military, so you can have friends as you join. Shameless plug here as well. Best military YouTuber is currently going on right now. You guys got me through the first round at round 3. Now we are on the next round and we are going to try and take this one as well. If you want, link down below, vote multiple times. If cancel it or delete it out of the app and then go right back in and vote again. But let's get into the video. So a lot of people are saying, Nikki, it's going to be October. Should I join the military right now because there's going to be more jobs? But if I leave in October, then I'm not going to be able to, see my family for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Should I even do this? This sounds like a good idea because there's more jobs, but bad because I was planning on being home for the holidays. So I kind of want to talk about that to kind of ease some of your guys' expectations. This is coming from somebody. I signed my papers August 12th. So I did leave November 4th, so I was there every holiday, but I want to talk about the job thing a little bit as well. You think about the military, a lot of people don't understand how funding works. And Kyle Gotts kind of talked about, it was one of the things that frustrated him how this worked, but so what ends up happening is you have the fiscal year, which starts in October. That's why you always hear about October being the best month to join the entire year. Now, that's broken up into 4 quarters, and typically wherever you're stationed at, you're going to have money allotted at the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, fourth quarter, and then fourth quarter, you've somehow saved all this money, and then you're like, we got to get rid of it. Now, this is not factual information, really. I want to say it's more based on common sense and applying my knowledge. At the end of the year, there's a bunch of money to go blow and spend. So, yes, I understand how October could be the best month to join because they are projecting for the whole year, right? That's what you would think. Now, if that was the case, wouldn't everybody go to MEPS and try and join the military in October? Wouldn't it mean then that everybody is then projected out like, oh, I got there November 1st. I wasn't able to get in by October 1st, so my job's a year out until September. That's not how it works. Every job is going to have different times on which or when they leave. So I've met people that were like, yeah, I had 5 jobs. This job left almost a year out, and that's the one I wanted, so I had to wait. This job that I didn't want left 3 months out. You cannot predict as far as if I leave October, I'm going to be leaving very soon right after that. It's not the way the military is able to work because there are too many moving pieces in order for that to happen. Also, if we go off the idea of how the budgetary things usually work in the military is people having to spend their money at the end of the year so they don't get a reduction in what they get for the next year in September, you would think all this excess money would open up more jobs, and last minute everybody would be jumping at the bits to come in the September time frame, and then they would have to end up joining then because there's more money. It's just the logic doesn't make sense because the military has to project out. And this is based on a lot of different things. People get out every day. People are cross-rating. People are also getting in trouble and getting kicked out. People are, you could name it, whatever it is. There's someone in the fleet right now that is going through that issue, or whatever branch you're in is going through that issue. So a job can open up. Also, literally nobody can tell you when a job is going to be available or if it is available before you even get there. It is a time and place thing. As far as picking the job, is it available when you get there? Do you meet it medically? Do you meet it on a legal aspect? You have no prior convictions, and do you have the ASVAB for it? So trying to navigate this, it's kind of like you could ask the million questions or the hypotheticals of the job itself. Well, what if I want LS and MA? Which one should I pick? And I'm like, you're not at MEPS yet to even pick those jobs. What I want you to do is take the ASVAB. That's the first step that you have to do. Once you do that, then take your scores and be like, hey, recruiter, whatever your name is, I need to know what my line scores are going to match for the jobs because I want to start listing them out. then I'd like you to rank the jobs based on what you are available for what scores you pulled. Then, when you go to MEPS, hopefully everything medically and legally is cleared for you to pick that job. And then you can pick it if it's available. But ranking it, that way it eases some of your discomfort and maybe anxiety from going through this process. Alright, so I think that applying a little of this logic and common sense probably drove out that this myth is there or not. But if you want to join right now, go to your recruiter. Some of you guys are scared and trying to plan this thing out like it's an exact science. Do not try and do that, because honestly, what's the worst that happens? You end up going to MEPS and they're like, hey, we've got November, whatever this is for this job, and you're like, well, I don't want to leave then. Okay, then you don't leave. That's what it is. Or you pick a different job that leaves on a different date. Or if that job leaves at a later date, then guess what? You may miss out on the other opportunity. This is what we call opportunity cost. You will never be able to really trade one for the other or know what you did if you didn't do the other. So just realize, just pick it. Whatever you're trying to do, like if you're already set on joining, I don't think that the holidays should set you up to not go or whatever else. I do have a video about joining the military or going to boot camp during the holidays. I will link up there. They're all through Veterans Day, through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Yeah, so the 4 holidays. And I can tell you what happened while I was there, and it's also going to depend what time in training you're there. So watch that video, not because I'm trying to push views there, it's just it answers a lot of the questions. So, but if you guys do have other questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.